Welcome back to Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Thursday, June 4th, 2020. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. In the early 1940s, there was a researcher named Harry Harlow who was responsible for laying the groundwork of everything we know about human nature and our intrinsic motivations. But you don't need a team of university researchers to break down why Brandon Curry is so motivated heading into this year's Olympia. In a lot of ways, you could argue that Brandon's under more pressure than any other defending Olympia champ in the history of our sport, in addition to the fact that he's putting his title on the line for the very first time. Brandon's also trying to fight off one of the most competitive lineups in history, not to mention that we're all in the midst of one of the weirdest years in the history of bodybuilding. But if he does manage to come out on top once again, that intrinsic motivation will be a big part of the reasons why. If you don't know who Jocko Willink is, do yourself a favor after the show and go to YouTube and search Jocko Willink Get Out of Bed. It's one of the best speeches I've ever heard on discipline and process and why it's important to put time and energy and care into doing the little things. And based on the way he's been training lately, Breon Ansley knows exactly what it means to pay attention to the little things. This is probably the best stretch of training that I've seen Breon have in his entire career. He has a level of focus that people only have when they feel like they're doing something for a higher purpose. And when you have a two-time Olympia champ getting out of bed every day with a renewed sense of purpose, it could be trouble for anyone standing between him and the mission. I live in Florida, and there's absolutely 100% no doubt that Tom Brady is the most popular athlete in our state right now. But when Joe Mackey flies in from Texas in a few weeks, I'm sure he wouldn't mind if they rolled out the red carpet for him like they did for TB12. This week we got word from someone close to Joe's camp that he was planning to make a run at the Tampa Pro, which adds another big name to the list of incredible athletes competing in this show. Joe's taken the slow boil approach to his prep this year, and you can see the difference leap off the screen looking at the photos. So as long as Joe stays the course and plays to his strengths, I could see him making a strong bid for a top 6 finish. One of the common things you read about geniuses is that they all are people who approach life with an endless curiosity and fascination about the world and how systems work. So when I see someone like Patrick Moore constantly tinkering and learning about his world and how the systems work, it makes me think that whatever he's doing, he's probably right on track. I've heard from a few people close to Patrick's camp who told me about the cerebral approach he started to adopt recently. And down to every man, every single one of them think that he's operating at the highest level of his career. So as long as he doesn't lose that curiosity, he has the potential to be someone who does something very special in the future. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.